Here we go. Woohoo! Okie dokie. Artichoke. We're live. It's happening. Woohoo! Celebrate, monkey. Welcome to Houston with a Problem. I can't believe we're on live. Every time I look at the number, I know every day it goes up, or 182 of these things. Holy smokes. Still blows my mind. Well, welcome, everybody. What's happening? I touched on this with Hunter Jackson the other night when I was on his show on Sunday night. Just think about this. Gamestop takes 240 million new shares and distributes them to everyone who owns the 76 million shares, whatever that they have. 230 million shares, whatever it is. About 30 million of them go to computer share, to go to the 10, 12 million folks that are in there. And then the other 200 million go to the DTCC to distribute to everybody. But the DTCC tells everyone not to treat it as a dividend, but to call it a forward split. So they take your one share and they turn that one share into 4 shares, which means the DTCC is still sitting on 200 million GameStop shares, right? Because they never distributed them. So where did those shares go? Who got them? The DTCC still have them? What's the accounting on that? Think about that. Just ponder on that. I'm wondering what they did with all of those shares, because they did not distribute them. So where are they? Right? So that's my pondering of the day. How about this? Oh, shaboom. Well, there we are. Off, both off. We're cool. No double intro. All right, so that's the only thing I had to think about on the top of my head was where are those 200 million shares? Who has them? Who has billions of dollars in shares? Okay. Pankaj Kumar, Houston, happy birthday. How come stocks and crypto running crazy? Where are they getting the money from? My assumption was with such inflation and reverse repo, there should be liquidity crisis. Yep. Well, yesterday, I know it was yesterday, the Fed spent like $40 billion to keep the stock market up. So that's a lot of cash. And there was some whale bought $3 billion in Bitcoin, and no one knows who it is. Now they're now like the 7th largest holder of Bitcoin, and they did it over the weekend, which raised the price up to $24,000 for essentially no one knows why, how, who, what, where, when. No one can answer those questions. But yeah, where's the money coming from? No one has money. No one has it. So where's that cash coming from? That is a good question. The Fed's just sending out reserve notes and buying stocks and keeping the price up. The CPI was a little bit lower than last month, which made everybody go woohoo, but the market still wasn't super crazy. Yeah. Who is Mike Jones? Houston, apparent recalls happening on AMC apparently. I would love to see that. I did not actually check the aftermarket and see what is happening there. AMC was back up today. AMC's holding tight after hours, 23.58. Okay, so I think we might get a pinch of green leading into Friday. Not much, but a pinch. Next week, I'm expecting big AMC gains, $5 to $10. Probably $5 to $10 for GME, because GME is its T35 comeuppance. It's coming up on Friday, and if both of those finish, if AMC finishes above 30, GME finishes at 50 or above, and it's the monthly, so it's the big date of a whole bunch of calls going in the money. Then we'll probably have decent gamma Monday and Tuesday, the 22nd and 23rd, and after that, they're going to hit that thing so hard to try and short it all down. So I'm going to play a call and put cycle and see if I can generate a lot of cash. I'm so close to being able to get my 1,000 GME shares. So as long as the cycle keeps going, I'm gonna ride that wave, and hopefully I'll come out on top. But yeah. And then I don't know when the next T35 would be. I'm looking over to Monkey as if she knows. October? Somewhere in there? Second week of October? Somewhere in there. Okay. Meatball Candy, Houston, get an AC unit? No. It thunderstormed. It's like 67 degrees outside. It is perfect right now. Absolutely lovely. Just a lovely, lovely day to be in the office. And look at this. Look at this beautiful new manager chair. Lazy Boy manager chair. This thing is so unbelievably comfortable. Oh my gosh, it is like the most comfortable thing I've ever sat in. It is heaven. It's got great lumbar. It leans well. It is magical. I only am adjusting myself to be even more comfortable than I was a second before versus like my butt hurts in the old chair. My butt was always hurting in the old chair. It was awful. Okay. Poor no more. Can someone verify the SEC just started a new rule letting our orders we direct to the New York Stock Exchange are now allowed to be routed to dark pool? I have not seen that, so if anyone has that, well, I'd love to see it. Justin Stewart has map stuff for me. Okay. Looks like we are in, what, Middle East? I don't know, man. Drink. Let's see where we're going. We're flying. We're going. We are Middle East, right on the Red Sea. We are... Oh, the spirally things. Yeah, we went here before. Dude made like a bunch of little mounds that eventually I guess will... Or they're holes. I can't remember which. They're holes in the mounds. And they're supposed to like eventually wear away. Dene Strato, sculptor, work 89 protruding cones. Okay, yeah, and they're designed to like erode away with the desert eventually. They're cool. I like, I like our little galaxy cone things. And there's a block of sand looks like a wiener and balls. So there you go. Yay! I dig stuff like that. Excellent. Oh, Christina Spy. Yeah, I can't read. I'm in public school. All my shares are in Fidelity. Do I need to be worried about DRSing, not DRSing? I'm not worried about it. Oh, no data. What the hell? Where'd my internet go? Why is my internet not happening? What the heck? I don't see no data to maintain smooth. Okay, so I've got a little bit of data coming. Ah! Where'd my internet go? What the heck? Comcast sucks so bad. Okay, come on. Come on, internet. There we go. Alright. Wow. What the heck? Big dog, you're not helping by drooling on me. Why am I a potato? What the heck? I am a digital potato. I'm looking at like the replay right now, and it's just the pixels are. What the what? What the what? That is crazy. Why is my internet so terrible? Hope, Christina, did you get my answer? So Christina asked, all my shares are in Fidelity. Do I need to be worried about DRSing or not DRSing? All mine are in Fidelity. I'm not worried about it. Fidelity is long on Gamestop. They've got millions of shares. They will make a pile of money when this thing kicks off, and I'm not worried about them. And they're not a member of the DTCC. They're their own clearinghouse. They don't have to worry about, taking care of a bunch of hedge funds that go under because they are, their own brand. Wheat Wild, all the way from Israel. Houston, you missed my coordinates again. Third comment from the top, and you missed me. I missed you. How did I miss you? I have Justin Stewart is the third comment from the top. Fourth comment from the top. Okay. All right. You got coordinates for me. Might as well go back, look at the map here, and the internet will probably die in the middle of doing this one. Bam. All right, flying. We're going. We are back in America. No, Mexico. America. Coronado. Oh yeah, the Coronado base that has the Nazi barracks. Yeah, that someone knew what they were doing, because at the exact angle that thing is north-south, they knew exactly what they're doing, and they snuck that sucker by a design review board. Yep, that one's kind of infamous. No me gusta, U.S. Navy. You guys should know better than that. Ah, evil. Okay. Well, I don't see your comment in here at all. Third from the top. I don't see it. Justice Stewart's was fifth from the top. That was the first coordinates I saw. But thank you. All right. Okay, Mr. Smarty Pants. Answer this. How can hippos sleep underwater, come back, get a breath of air without waking up? I don't get it. That you think you took a pee in your dream of yourself? I don't know. I don't know. Hippos do what hippos do, man. They'll also eat you. Okay. Keith Davis, happy birthday, so let me go meteor shower. Perseids coming, but a big old moon fixing to put a damper on it. Yep. Insight to meteor storms and when they can expect another. The two biggest are the Perseids and the Leonids. The Leonids are in November, and that's usually too cold for people to sit outside and watch. So everyone knows about the Perseids because it's warm in the summertime and you can lay out there. If you were in the southern hemisphere, it's warm for you in November. You can go outside and watch the Leonids. The Perseids in the 1800s. So basically, what happens is that every 76 years, Halley's Comet makes a loop around the sun, and we eventually pass through the debris trail from the tail of the comet, and we do that every year about this time. And in the 1850s, 1860s, the debris trail was so thick that when we passed through it, people who were watching it could see 200,000 meteors an hour. 200,000 falling shooting stars an hour. Isn't that crazy? Can you imagine? Like right now, you pass through it and look up, you'll see maybe one a minute if you're lucky. So 60 an hour. Multiply that sucker by thousands and thousands and thousands of times. We're seeing dozens a second fly by. Like, that would have been incredible. First of all, probably people thought it was like the end of the world or something. But I would love to see something like that. Casey Chapman, looks like about 9 million AMC shares have been recalled. Woo! All right, I need Big Dog. Big Dog, get off of me. Buddy, I know you just want constant human interaction just at all times. It cannot be at all times. Some things I have to do that don't involve tending to your head pat needs at all times. I'm just gonna leave my hand. There we go. Right there. How's that? I'll just leave my dead hand on your head, and we will go from there. Okay. Okay. He's had a birthday. How cold is too cold for exterior house paint and deck stain in your experience? How cold is too cold? I don't know if I've ever thought about things being too cold for paint. I've never considered that before. I don't know the answer there, Iggy. I mean, isn't it like, can't it get so hot that the paint peels? I don't know about getting so cold. Maybe it gets cold and it cracks or something because it shrinks. Never thought about that before. Big Doug, have you? No? You look like you're pondering it. You look like you have a lot of thoughts in that head of yours, just hundreds of them that involve this. Okay. When I was a young kid, I watched out passing a meteor shower. My mom peeked to check on me, and she said it was raining. Raining rocks. Mid-90s. Has there been one? Default, not sure if you've seen it, but the yield curve hasn't been this inverted since 1982. Hold on tight. Yeah, we definitely have recession. I mean, if they won't admit there's a recession, but there's a recession. And when they do finally admit it, it's going to be hitting real hard. Looking at the bellwether cities, Florida cities, Phoenix, Las Vegas, home sales are collapsing. Values are dropping. It's coming. William Morgan, former head of JP Morgan's precious metals business and his top trader, were found guilty on charges of manipulating markets for years. Yup. That's what they did. And hopefully they're going to be facing prison time and huge fines. I bet they'll get like 3 weeks at a minimum security resort, and then JP Morgan will get like a slap of $100,000 or something. And we're at the William Morgan news dump. U.S. productivity posts biggest ever annual drop second quarter. Yep, biggest ever. And we're talking bigger than when the entire country shut down in March 2020. Like, more productivity drop than when we weren't doing anything. Big. Yes. And the biggest on record going back to the 1940s, but we didn't have records really before that. So productivity fell 4.6%, following a 7.64% fall in quarter one. Year over year, productivity fell 2.5%, the largest drop since series started in 1948. Dang. Yeah. Legacy 10, Houston. What's going on with Earth breaking the record for shortest day since atomic clocks were invented? Should we be concerned? What doing? No. It's like 250 microseconds. You wouldn't even notice that. But atomic clocks notice it. It may result in having to insert a leap second here and there, which is a pain in the butt for digital clocks to like ones that your cell phone updates to and stuff. So it's what happens usually when we get the Earth speeding up or slowing down is usually there's a giant earthquake that kind of shifts the balance of how the Earth rotates. And why it sped up this much, no one knows, and I'm curious to find out why. Somehow did like the sphere of the Earth collapse just a hair and cause us to get a little more angular momentum? I don't know. Actually, momentum's conserved. A little more angular velocity. That's what I was looking for. The angular momentum is conserved. Angular velocity, right, big dog? Yeah, ear hole scratch for the big dog. Favorite thing in the world. Yes, oh, a good ear hole scratch. Okay. Ham fingers. Hi Houston, is it true my AMC shares were worth 50% after APE is formed? No confirmation on that. Whatever the value is of AMC now will split into whatever the value is for the APE shares at open. So if AMC's $30 on Friday close, next Friday's close, and then Monday morning APE shares open at $10, then AMC will be $20. So as long as the value of both of those equal 30 at open on Monday, that will be the price. They may do it half and half. I have no idea. My guess is the share price will be at least $4 because that's the minimum to get listed on the New York Stock Exchange. But what beyond that, no one knows. No one knows how exactly they're going to do it. But once that's set, then they trade independent of each other. So they can be any price after that. They aren't going to be like permanently tied to always equal $30 or something. They'll be trading independent of each other post that. William Morgan SoftBank's Vision Fund lost a whopping $23 billion in quarter two as tech investments turned sour. This follows a loss of $26 billion the previous quarter. So they've lost $49 billion in 2 quarters. All gains since 2017 have been wiped out. Man. Well, oops. Can you imagine, like, you go back in 2017, you bring evidence that these guys are going to lose $50 billion in 2 quarters. You said, you know what? Hey, just give me $50 billion. You're going to lose it anyway. Just give it to me. I'll take care of it for you. That's invent time machine. That's your get rich quick scheme. Legacy 10, thoughts on amazing pitching matchup for the exciting 13-inning Mariner Yankee game last night. Best pitching I've seen since Felix and the Fishware's mattress. That was a long one. I love me a long game. But the Mariners pitching is dynamite. It's their batting order that's absolute Mendoza line trash. What are their batting statistics right now? They are. Oops. Okay. Come on. So, the hitting leader is Drew Ellis, who has played one game. Where's my... go away. I need to turn off Google Earth, turn on Google Chrome. Bing. Done. So we got Sean Haggerty and Tom Murphy both hitting above 300. Fantastic. Ty France, 298. This is better, but then it quickly drops off. We've got a bulk of the order for most games is below 270. Yeah. They're just better than they were a couple weeks ago, but this team 204, 200. Dylan Moore's played a whole bunch. He's 197. Abraham Torres played a whole bunch. He's at 180. Gosh dang, man, their hitting sucks. If you want to see the greatest lineup in history, look at the 1996 Seattle Mariners. They hit so many home runs, had so many guys on base plus slugging above 900 that they just raked. But their pitching was god awful. It's like the opposite of the 96 Mariners, where the pitching's amazing and the batting order's like meh. But yeah, okay. I think I'm looking at seeing off the side here that the horrible internet has resulted in a giant lag, and there's like 4 minutes between when I'm talking and when you guys see it. So be used to that. This shirt is really baggy. I'm trying to not have it be so baggy. Okay. Where was I? Where was I at the Mariners batting thing? Don't cash that soft bank check I sent you. Amy R. Houston, do you think the stock market rally is over and will tank to a new low soon? They may try to keep it going for another month or two, but I don't see them being able to keep this up for more than probably 2-3 months. I think William Morgan might be right. They may try to keep this up and above for at least till the elections, and then go, all right, soft landing's over, just let this thing reset and go from there. But I don't think they've got too much more gas in the tank to keep this thing afloat. When the housing market this fall, the numbers come out and people are, homes are sitting on the market for 50 days and not being sold, and prices are dropping like crazy, and we're seeing that construction starts are like zero. Then I think they're gonna be like, all right, it's over, it's done. Welcome to the Great Depression 2.0. Grape, Houston, have you seen that one awful Netflix sci-fi show where the sun begins to emit gamma rays and a group of people have to constantly fly a plane around the Earth to avoid sunlight? No, but the sun already emits gamma rays. They just get stopped by upper atmosphere. But that's hilarious, though, to constantly fly a plane around the Earth constantly with sunlight. I'm gonna check that out. That sounds like a hilarious, Snowpiercer knockoff. How much wood could Woodchuck chuck wood? All of it. Visit the Grand Canyon. What amazing display of time. Grand Canyon's beautiful. If you haven't go appreciate the Grand Canyon. Go to Hell's Canyon. Go to Waimea Canyon on Kauai. Visit all the canyons. They're beautiful. And hike down. And then have a brutal hike back up. Where are we? Houston, have you ever legit thought about moving to Canada? There are some nice mountain towns with small colleges. Not perfect, but does seem to align with your values more so. there is a reason why I'm signing with a Canadian production company. Might give me that window of opportunity to perhaps experience living in Canada again. I loved living in Canada when I was a kid. My dad designed a big building in Toronto and Vancouver, and I'd spend my weekends up there, summers up there. I loved it. GMJ Gaming's in Oahu. Oh, and chat reset. Did I get it? Did I get all those? I got those. Okay. Okay, where am I? Here we go. And all right. Got people visit from Sweden, staying up late. Raining heavy for Death Valley. Where will water go? Death Valley, the water stays in Death Valley. We can go look at that. Scene. Google Earth. Click on the Google Earth. Zoom out. Death Valley isn't too far from here. Go up, 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 up. Desert. Give me some pixels. Give me some pixels, Google. Give me pixels. Give me pixels. So, Death Valley. Once I gotta close Google, it's just open. It does this, where like if it's open for too long, it pixels. Come on, Google Earth. Come on. Give me. Everything's just gonna be a jerk tonight. I'm gonna have to go Control Delete. I'm gonna have to search. I'm gonna have to end task. Come on. Task manager. Yep. Okay. Google. Scroll to that. Galaxy. That's Google Chrome. Not doing Google Chrome. I have 9,000 Google Chromes open. Google Crash Handler. Did you do it? Try one more time. Google Earth. There we go. All right, we're back. Okay, going Death Valley. Pew. Okay, so go away. Death Valley is one of the hottest places on Earth, and it's one of the hottest places on Earth because A, it gets a lot of sunshine, so the sun is beating down like crazy. It's a fairly low latitude, even though it's, 31 degrees north, something like that, 36 degrees north, so it's pretty far north. But it is below sea level, so you're at, I think the lowest point is minus 282 feet below sea level, which is a lot like the Dead Sea is well below sea level. Caspian Sea is below sea level. Those are hot places because you have a lot more air pressure. The more air pressure you have, the more molecules vibrate off each other and cause heating. So when you see, and you can see in this image that there's all these little washes and lots of braided streams and things and alluvial fans. So when you do get lots of rain, there happens to be like a monsoon season and get lots of rain in this extremely dry desert, it flows down into these valleys here. So it's a basin and range, and all of these valleys fill up and become ponds. So these become temporary lakes that then evaporate away because it's so hot usually. And every single one of these, this is the Maragosa Valley here. All these salt pans are where the water pools and stays and evaporates away and leaves behind salt. Furnace Creek, etc. And so let's see here. Go to minus 270, minus 280. So the deepest point is somewhere in here. I think is the lowest point in Death Valley. Oh no, 280. Here we go. This is the deepest point. So you get some ponds forming here, a little bit of streams going through Furnace Creek, and then this is the minus 280 feet below sea level. So this is the ultimate pond that ends up in. And that's why you have so many these dry lakes, these salt pans, all through this whole region. And you go to a state like Nevada, you can see Nevada is basin and range. You have mountains, salt pan, mountains, salt pan, mountains, salt pan, mountains, salt pan. Nevada is such a weird state that any drop of water that essentially falls in Nevada never leaves Nevada, because it just flows down the hill, ends up in one of these valleys between the mountains, and then evaporates away. So you don't have any streams leaving Nevada. It's a very strange geologic phenomena, and that's the basin and range for you. So that's where that water's going to go. It's just going to go there and then stay until it goes into the atmosphere. Coffee, Donuts, and Homer. New stock exchange with an 80-to-1 cancel rate, legal spoofing. I don't know what you're referring to. Please explain further. Ingrid Scarred likes this shirt. I like this shirt too, but it is definitely built for somebody who has more meat on them than I do, I think. This shirt is called a tall man, and it is definitely for a tall man. Much taller. I'm not a short man, but it's made for someone taller than me. Probably should give this to Tom McCulloch. He'd fit in it just fine. So William Morgan, August 10th, 2022, New York Stock Exchange just disclosed they will execute certain orders in dark pools. Interesting, because the dark pools are what New York Stock Exchange has been complaining about has been taking away their income. So why would they all of a sudden execute orders in dark pools if that loses them money on the transactions? Weird. Okay. Chakuseki Emerging Seed and Company just swimming in a vat of GME shares certificates like Scrooge McDuck. Wormfall. Haston was debating with a friend on comets, shooting stars, as he said, in the sky versus satellites, which are more likely to be seen. Steady pace across the sky pattern. Satellite, right? Yep. If you see it go from like horizon to horizon, very slowly and steady, that is a satellite, and you'll see dozens of those an hour. If it goes blink, and you tell your friend, turn and look at that, and they don't see anything, that was a shooting star. Or a meteorite. Hamburger with extra pickles, the only way to eat a hamburger. They left the shares under the doormat at the SEC because they were up all night snorting coke and they didn't get the memo. Untune, it's okay, buddy. The second intro is all just a challenge for myself to see if I remember it. And when I don't, it seems to bring you guys such joy. But it means I lost my battle. Braden Pettigrew, Houston on a last rip before the flash crash? Maybe. I mean, the thing about August is that a lot of people aren't around. So they have interns and, managers they hate and trading computers doing a lot of the work for them. Everybody goes to the Hamptons and they hang out there because New York smells awful during August because it's just trash and rats everywhere. So no one wants to be in New York in August. And all the power players, all the politicians go on vacation, and everyone just kind of checks out. So August is a very weird month to force people to work who are working like government and finance sector because they don't want to be there. They want to go somewhere. So if you're going to issue dividends and do squirrely things, August is a great time to do it because you're going to piss everybody off. And pissed off people make mistakes, and that's what you want. So, issuing a dividend on the 19th of August is an absolute dick move, and I love it. Because everyone's like, oh, I'm supposed to be at the Hamptons, in a pool of supermodels, and you're making me go back to the office and figure this crap out. I'm so mad right now. And that is how you win, I think. So, fix this shirt some more. And that's how we do. And I like it. I like that move. That's a big balls power move. Just from DAX, BlackRock sold a lot of their AMC, good or bad? Probably not good, but BlackRock is in trouble and they need to make money. BlackRock needs cash, so I think they're going to be selling a lot of things. BlackRock has lost $1.7 trillion. BlackRock has lost as much money over the last 6+ months that they could literally fund the entire U.S. government with those losses. Those are huge losses. That is, whoever is responsible for $1.7 trillion in losses, I don't know if they should be strung up or have a statue made to them for just setting a record. man, you did such a terrible job that we have to just recognize you and just give a shout out to just how bad you are at managing money. That is some incredible skill it takes to do that. I mean, you have to go out of your way. You have to go out of your way to lose $1.7 trillion. You have to actively, purposely try to do it. Because I don't think you can accidentally lose that much money while you're trying to make money. I just don't see how that's possible. It is, yeah, it's mind-blowing. And BlackRock, and I tweeted about this. Remember BlackRock's going through and they bought like 1 million homes, right? Over the last 2 years. Well, they bought 1 million homes while the market was at peak. And those 1 million homes now need maintenance and upkeep, upgrades. They're going to cost them a fortune, and the value that they spent on those homes, they're about to lose 40% of that over the next 18 months. So, you know, they spent several $100 billion buying 1 million homes, and they're going to lose half that value almost in the next year and a half. Oops. So that 1.7 trillion they lost, they can easily push that past 2-3 trillion come January. It's going to be impressive. Yeah, they're going to have to start selling things off. They made some big boo-boos there, and they're going to miss out. When the MOAS happens, they're not going to be holding all those shares that they were long on because they had to sell them too early because their losses were too big. Oops. Okay, Carlos R., hello. Where in Jersey are you? Jersey's not that big. Are you in the garden part of Jersey or the city part of Jersey? That's always the question. I'm tuned. It's late here in Sweden, so I will have to catch up later. Good night, chat. Good night. I'll see you tomorrow, I guess. Owen Sanders. Will you do your TV show if MOAS happens? You're awesome. Thanks for taking the time to teach us so much live from Wales. Yes. I mean, if MOAS happens, I'll self-fund the TV show. Rather than relying on some other production company to do it, I'll just do it. But yeah, MOAS happens. I am making... Get your rocks off with Houston, and you guys are going to be forced to learn about the weirdest geology stuff you never knew about. Bullion Z. Some brokers like mine call Swedish Avanza said in an email that they received shares from the DTCC, 3 shares for each share that they booked for the shareholders. They also referred to ISIN number. True? Part 2. What worries me is that Swedish shareholders have their shares held in a depository bank in the U.S. called BNP Paribas, as Avanza can't hold them directly. Should I be worried in DRS? If you want to, but DRSing is really expensive for Europeans. Very expensive. Almost like you could probably buy 1.5 more shares for each share you have for the cost it's gonna make it so you DRS. So you could basically double your holdings for the cost of DRSing from Sweden. So, you know, if your broker told you that you got actual dividend shares, then they are more honest than any other person's broker out there. So, I don't know, they seem like they're probably a pretty good broker compared to pretty much everyone else. So, I wouldn't be too worried. Just from DAX, inflation 8.5%, people are celebrating. Yeah, only 8.5%. Woo! Yeah. It's because it went down, but that's basically because only gas prices went down. Remember with Tesla, did I specifically evolve from a breed? Monkey, you mean? You evolved from an ape. Well, we also evolved from just slime. If you go back enough, like grandmas and grandpas all the way back, there'll be a grandma and grandpa to you that's like, you know, a piece of bacteria that went shablink and became 2. It'll be really hard to make that family tree, but it's back there somewhere. Frosted Flakes has got somewhere in the north. Where are we going for this one? Somewhere in the north. Oh, going to Iceland. Going to Reykjavik? We're close to Reykjavik. We are at a lava flow. Okay. So, Reykjavik's there. I've been down here. I have not been in these rocks at all. What am I looking at here? We have a bunch of basalt. We have a very ancient lava flow of some kind. And doesn't really look like there's much. Yep, Iceland. There you go. Is there a picture? And there you are. Some random spot in Iceland. There's a cinder cone. There's another cinder cone. And there we go. That wasn't that exciting. Frosted Flakes. Yep. There you go. That's where you are. Braden Pettigrew needs rain in Nova Scotia. It's been dry there? My brother hasn't talked about the weather at all, but then again, he's probably just surfing all the time anyway. Sindiri Sneer. I don't know how to pronounce that. Sneer. Greens from Iceland. Well, if you're in Iceland, you can tell me where the hell I just was and why it matters. Can you tell us about AITX stock? No, because I don't know AITX. AITX. My internet is so awful right now. Artificial Intelligence Tech Solutions. They look like they go between 11 cents and 12 cents all the time. They have any other prices that we can't see because I'm not there. Go like this. Bam. Okay, 1 day, 5 days. Come on, internet. Oh my gosh, my internet is so bad. There we go. They went from 10 cents to 12 cents over the last 6 months. They went from 20 cents to 10 cents to 20 cents to 10 cents. Ooh. All right, that's I don't know. I know nothing about these guys. Robot assistance devices. Nope, I know nothing. But it looks like they make robots kind of like Dynamics with dog machines. I know nothing. I'm sorry. I can't help you there. Raphael T, what does negative profit earnings mean in IPO? Not much, because a lot of IPOs are given to startups who have greater costs than what they're getting in business, but the projection for business later is bigger. But so a lot of people won't pay attention to profits earnings. Like Amazon did make a profit for like the first 15 years that they existed, but everyone knew that they were going to eventually, and lo and behold, they did. So yeah, it takes time for a lot of startups who are launching IPOs to do that. If you're an established company launching an IPO, it would probably mean something negative, something bad for a negative profit earnings. Like I remember when UPS was the largest IPO ever, because UPS had existed for 100 and whatever years, and were a profitable company, and they finally said, okay, we're going to go from a private company to a public company, and if they had a negative profit to earnings ratio, then people wouldn't have dropped $50 billion on UPS. But if most IPOs are up and comers who have more market share to claim as time goes on, so they don't really care that much. Holdress in Houston, do you play an instrument? If not, which one would you like to play? In school, I was a trumpet player, but I also play guitar, keyboards. I've got a whole little music set up over here, but I have not played much recently. When my best friend was living in my community, we played all the time, but then he moved like a ferry boat and a half-hour drive away, and we just don't get together and play like we used to. We made about half of an album in 2002, and after I came back from... No, 2001. It would have been 2001. Yeah, 2001. So he was home from college. I was home from college. I bought a digital mixer, and we got through a good chunk of album, and he was out playing Ultimate Frisbee, and he went to go catch a Frisbee, landed weird, and his thumb was stuck like this, and he couldn't do this. He could only do that. And it was like, move, open, open, open. That's weird. And it turns out he peeled the tendon off the back of his thumb, and it shot up his arm and ended up somewhere up here. So he had to go to the emergency room, he had his emergency surgery, and had to take the tendon out staple it down so it'll go back to his thumb, and he had his whole hand stuck in this cast thing for the rest of the summer, and we didn't get any more of our album finished, and we never had the opportunity to do it again. So we got like good parts, about 5 songs in there. We didn't get drums in, we didn't get quite all the instruments laid in yet, but yeah, I thought it was pretty good. But we still had a ways to go to like get a good album going. Oh, there's my internet going terrible in the comments. It's kind of like, it looked like a sweet 80s music video. It did. Like, I was like digital. I was all of a sudden Max Headroom. Yeah. Okay. Great Ape Knowles. Houston, do you think it's safe to keep all of one's shares in one broker, specifically TD Ameritrade? I haven't. I have them spread throughout a few brokers. So, I don't know. I just... avoiding the all eggs in one basket thing. I just have them spread out if I can. ARZ1107. What do you think about fluoride and public water supply? Does not bother me at all. Fluoride is good for your bones and teeth, and also brush your teeth, floss when you need to. But no, fluoride does not scare me at all. It takes quite a bit of fluoride to overload your system, and with the amount of fluoride that's in public water is not enough to overwhelm your system. And too much of anything will kill you. Too much water will kill you. Julianne, what was the name of the book about the economy and how governments build things in other countries and basically screw the third world countries? Just finish Why Things Bite Back. That is, have it here or is it up there? Confessions of an Economic Hitman. Where did I put you? I'll leave you here? Not there. That is the Topex Poseidon book. What did I do with you? Normally over here. And I don't know what I did with it. Confessions of Economic Hitman. Might be somewhere on my desk. Might be... this one. By John Perkins. Yeah. Boom. Confessions of an Economic Hitman. This book. There we go. You get the newer version. There's some updates to it. It's published in 2016. And it is a fascinating read. And it was a New York Times bestseller. And it won all sorts of awards. And yeah, he's awesome. His daughter used to date my roommate. So I know John. He's a good dude. And he's got a great charity now. Like, she's trying to make up for his work doing evil things for the World Bank and trying to help people around the world now rather than hurt them. So he's doing good work. I highly recommend it. It is a fantastic and eye-opening read. Drew Houston, you don't get scared. Fidelity will be liable for all the shares after DTCC told them to do regular split. Fidelity will be left holding the bag, therefore liquidating retail holders, GME. I don't think they're going to liquidate retails GME. Dog, dog, quit trying to, quit it. Quit being a sweet dog. Okay. I'm not too worried about it. They're long on GME. When the price rips, they're going to rip. And there you go. Raw. 7 cents. You should stop streaming 1080p and try 720p. I stream at 720p and it does the same thing, man. But right now I've got excellent connection, so the internet's back. Woo! Give me excellent connection. It's just if I, wanted to actually explain something to you, that's when it will turn off the porn torrents. Just downloading 8 seasons of Boobs Gone Wild. All right, Richard, what do you got for me here? Bam, bam. Couldn't get that location. Oh, because there was no comma. I had to put a comma right there. Bam, bam. There we go. We're down in South America. We are on the coast of South America. And what, Chile? Give me some pixels, Chile. Come on, baby. Come on. Google Earth, you doing this to me again? Ah! Oh, here we go. All right. All right, we got some washes here, some dry anniversary, 125th anniversary. What are we looking for? Something anniversary. Okay, so we went to Atacama Desert, put Coca-Cola on the side of the mountain. They also have people doing a bunch of Brodies up here. Look at those. Woohoo! Doing donuts in the desert that are seen from space. Wow. Wowee. You know, I could appreciate a big old weird advertisement like that. What are these things? What are you? A whole bunch of little borble things. What is this all about? These piles of dirt that were just dumped by trucks or something? Looks like there's a quarry or something here. That's weird. So, but there's a highway. So people from the highway can see Coca-Cola from there. There's your advertising dollars. And yeah, got some town up yonder. Huh. Arica, las maitas. I dig it. On the internet, of course, the internet is like dead again. Well, you guys can't even see the Coca-Cola thing because if I try to visit somewhere, then the internet dies. That's just the nature of the game. And Comcast, you suck so bad. And if I weren't in such a comfortable chair right now, I'd have so much more anger coursing through my veins. Because my chair is so comfy, I can't get that angry. Because my back and my butt feel fantastic. Absolutely just magical. Okay. Where's the hot guys and girls? Hey, where are the hot boys and girls? They haven't shown up. They showed up like 3 times last show. That was a nighttime show. Maybe they're more active at night because people are, you know, doing that stuff more at night. Change the Wi-Fi password room. It's going to suck up all your bandwidth. They aren't home. It's Comcast being garbage right now. Were you at Woodstock 99? I was not at Woodstock 99. Where would I have been? I was in San Diego. I was working tech jobs in San Diego for way too much money as an 18-year-old in the summer of 99. Leading up to starting school. Well, I was supposed to start school at UC San Diego. And then hit by a car and could not start school at UC San Diego. Just the shirt again. Okay. Howie Frog, teaching in classroom or teaching on YouTube? This fall, they want me to be teaching class. I don't know if I'm going to be teaching this fall. I haven't decided yet. I told them I'd let them know in a couple weeks. I know it's kind of a dick move, but I don't mind, like, if I'm commuting in to teach multiple classes, that's okay. Or like one day a week, come in, teach one really long class. I'm cool with that. But like, having to go in 2 days a week to teach a 1 hour class is like 3 hours of commuting to teach for 1 hour. They don't even pay me that much. They pay me kind of dick to teach this class, so I don't know. I'm not particularly feeling it. Like the Lazy Boy manager chair, and man, do I highly recommend it. I went to Costco yesterday to get some paper towels, and because like, you know, the paper towels at Safeway are kind of garbage. I was already in that area where Costco was. Like, oh, I'll get some paper towels. So I went and got some paper towels, and I walked in. There's like an office chair sitting there, and I was like, oh, my office chair sucks. I'll sit in this one. And I was like, oh my god, this is so comfy. So it was $199, which is the same price as the other replacement office chair I got. That was even more comfortable than my original office chair. So I got this sucker, and armrests raise and lower, tilts back, goes up and down, does all the things you want it to do except for massaging me. But my goodness, Lazy Boy makes a hell of an office chair. I recommend it. They did not pay me to do this. They probably should pay me to talk about their chair, but man, this thing's comfortable. So if you go to Costco and you see the Lazy Boy managerial office chair and your butt hurts in your old one, this is the one, man. Overboard Entertainment, how's the heat up there right now? The heat left. Monday was like 94. Tuesday was started off big marine layer, then got into like 80s, and today is cloudy and like 67 degrees. 70 right now, 70 degrees. It did some thunderstorms this morning, and it is just lovely. So the office right now is so comfortable. It's comfortable air, comfortable chair, air and chair combo. Just working out for me. Okay. People talking about going to the Canary Islands. I want to go to the Canary Islands. Reportedly stupid. Update your router firmware periodically. Reset modem and router. Don't use company provided equipment. Stop Rumi's seed of 300 gigabytes of browser port. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And but I mean the internet's just like woo. Like right now doing fine. Excellent connection again. But if I tried to do anything other than just stare off into space, it freaks out again. I probably should go through and update all of the firmwares. I haven't done that in a while. Oh, A-Rod's from Tenerife. Never been to La Palma though. All right, man, cool. I want to go to the Canaries so bad. I want to go to the Canaries. Houston, you think it's worth buying 150 calls on metamaterial for October 21st? Well, I thought it was worth buying 150 calls on metamaterial like 6 weeks ago for the August 19th, and I'm taking it in the butthole right now on those ones. So, I think if I get any more calls from my material, I'm looking at leaps in January. That's what I'm shooting for, and probably as close, maybe dollar calls. Yeah, that's probably what I'm going to shoot for. Jay Corn, the Cubs didn't even know what GP was on about with the metamaterial dividend tweet. He was tweeting about what? Polikaris? George? Oh, search, you ding dong. George? Polikaris? What's the tweet? 8 hours ago, whole chapter materials enabling 6G era, blah, blah, blah. One first item agenda tomorrow. So this was, what's the date today? Today's the 10th. Hope there's some updates on the dividend investors have a right to know. The dividend's about the MMTLP, but I don't know if have they had their meeting yet about that? I don't know. The dividend, it's the MMTLP dividend share she's talking about. So I don't know if they talked about it yet. Maybe they did it while I'm doing my show. I don't know. Haven't heard. I have not heard. Brandon T. Houston. I can't wait from OAS. Got my statement from my work pension. My contribution this quarter, $2,200. Total loss on investment pension account, $8,300. Pensions are just getting hit so hard. Because they're investing all the blue chips that are getting hammered. So, yeah. Yeah. If your pension just invested in meme stocks, you'd be doing great right now. But they didn't, so it's not. Daniel Bernard, thoughts on how Robinhood can set their ape shares to hold and sell only, but who will be buying these then? Hedge funds will be buying them. Robinhood is lying to you. They say they don't have the capacity to trade them, but if ape shares are going to be listed on the New York Stock Exchange, they have the ability to trade them. So they are screwing you by telling you that you can't buy and sell them, but you can't buy them, you can only sell. They're lying to you. They're going to be a tradable commodity on a listed exchange that Robinhood has access to. So they're full of shit. And everyone should be pointing at them and telling them that they're full of shit. Okay. Sorry, my coordinates broke your internet. It's all right. Such is life. Where were those coordinates anyway? There we are. Okay. Houston, you still getting swole? I am still getting swole. This shirt doesn't really show it, but I am. I'm getting there. I don't know, probably 2 months away from where I was in 2016, which was the last time I was truly ripped. When we last time we did filming. But you know, I'm 100. I am literally 100% stronger than I was a month ago. So where I was like doing, I don't know, 100 pounds in the lat pull down, I'm doing 200 pounds now. Where I was squatting, you know, a measly 170, I'm doing 340. So I'm getting there. I'm getting there. So it just takes some time for my body to be like, oh yeah, so it's like, and then I spend a couple of days like with everything hurts, and then I go back, and the shoulders are really sore today though. Oh my goodness, I did a lot of shoulder exercises, and they're hurting. They're hurting today, but it's legs today after this show, so gonna go make my butt hurt. Okay. Daphne, have a good one. I'll catch you on the flip side. Le Beau Luc, Daniel Motes, that's my intent. Wait, what Daniel Motes? I'm going to send. Daniel Motes, Houston, what do you think about Redbox as a short-term play to take profits, put back in GME? Redbox got hammered today. What did they get pushed down to? They've been like, yeah, holy shit, they got hammered down to $1.70. Whoa. Because they were at 563 a couple of days ago. Now they're down to $1.70. Can't get any calls for them though, which sucks. Dude, I'm talking here. I'm still talking here. Big dog. Snubby. Hey, come here. Hey, come here. 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 I know there was a noise. It happens. It happens, you big oaf. You have one thought in your head, and it's bork. That's it. That's all you have. That's it. You have that one thought. Just bork. Yeah. Redbox might be worth it to load up on some Redbox. Squirrely things are happening. To borrow Redbox is like 1,200%. What is going on out there? What is going on? Oh, there's the Amazon guy. Your mortal enemy. He's just honking his horn because he's backing out of our driveway. Who's ordering so much stuff on Amazon? Yeah. I mean, something squirrely is going on with Redbox. They are in the process of trying to get acquired by Chicken Soup for the Soul, and yet I think the agreed upon price for the shares are greater than what they're selling for right now. I wouldn't doubt if we see another pop to $5, $6, $10, $12. I wish they still had an options chain. Man, being able to pick up a bunch of Redbox, probably for pennies, with options nearing the money right now would be fantastic. But they don't have an options chain anymore. They shut that off because of the squirrely things that were happening. I'm looking more like Le Beau Luc. Big dog, come on, man. He's gone. He left. He's no longer here. He drove away. But got 5,000 Bed Bath & Beyond, hoping for a massive run to reinvest in GME. Options chain is in control to 80. Yeah. So I'm looking at, you know, if I get to the point where I could pick up 1,000 calls, near in the money calls for Bed Bath & Beyond, which a week or two, if the GME cycle goes the way I think I might be able to, you get 1,000 calls, the price goes up $10, you're a millionaire. And that's what I'm shooting for. Right, Big Doug? Right, Big Doug? Yeah. So that's probably going to be one of the goals here. Goal, 1,000 GME shares, 1,000 Bed Bath & Beyond calls, and I think you've guaranteed yourself multi-millionaire status at some point with that. It's going to take some work. I talked about this back in March, my plan to ride the puts and calls of GME, and it was first step was going great, and then I got stopped in my tracks by the announcement of the dividend, and you know the share price hit $200 and they got hammered down, and I was hoping for a cycle to go well beyond 200, maybe $300 in that cycle like we had last year, and I was like, okay, I spent $325 on this call. It's now worth $8,000. It's going to go up to $15,000 or $20,000, and I'm going to sell. I'm going to take that. I'm going to get 40 puts on GameStop, and they're going to hammer it right back down to $100 like they always do. And then I'm going to take that $800,000, and I'm going to buy. How many calls would that be, Monkey or Big Dog? 20, 40, 800, that's 400. Yeah, be like it'll be about 900 or 1,000 calls on GME. And then GME would shoot back up over $200-300 again, and boom, Houston is driving a Ferrari around after that. But they kind of killed my momentum when the price got hammered down. I dumped that call, got out with like a $5,000 payoff on it, and then there hasn't been any volatility up until the dividend got issued. Now we're starting to see volatility again, and hoping to ride that wave. This week has been great, and I'm hoping next week will be even better, and we'll get there. We'll get there, right, Big Dog? I want my 1,000 shares and my 1,000 Bed Bath & Beyond calls, and I have to wait. Can't have any of them rocket too high until I can get that loaded up, right, Big Dog? Is that our goal? Can't go too high until I get that loaded up. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah. So, I don't know. Maybe get the point. I can get 1,000 Bed Bath & Beyond calls, 1,000 GME shares, 1,000 GameStop calls. Right, you big dope? Okay. Ooh. Owen Saunders, hi pal, I'm suffering badly sciatica. Have you got any tips, please? I can I can't stand longer than 10 minutes. Oh man, is sciatica in it's your spine pinching the nerve? I haven't had that happen before, but I slipped and fell on my ass January 2020 when I was in Switzerland, and I bruised my sciatic nerve on my left side, my left butt cheek, and I limped for 11 months. It was awful. I couldn't get things off the floor. It was awful. And anytime my legs swung too far, it would pinch off the nerve, and my leg would go dead. Like I tried to stride, my leg would just lose feeling, and then just blonk, and it was bad. It was really bad. And it's just time fixed that. But I don't know about if you got sciatic problems, because if it's your spine pinching things, you may have to get surgery, or I don't know. I would not go to a chiropractor. I would avoid a chiropractor. You don't want them doing anything with that nerve. I would have like an actual legit orthopedic surgeon look at it for you. Beyond that, stretches. There can be issues where if your front abs aren't strong enough, your back abs are doing too much work, and it causes unbalance. You can have issues where your quads aren't strong enough, your hamstrings are too strong, and so it pulls on one side of your body and causes problems. There's chair exercises you can do with resistance bands, where you're sitting in a chair and you're lifting your leg with resistance bands just to work and trying to even out those muscles, because having uneven muscle groups between your accelerator and decelerator muscles can lead to all sorts of misalignments in your body. But if it came from a straight injury, such as you were lifting something and just slipped a disc, then you may actually have to have somebody do work on you to get that sucker back to where it should be. But yeah, talk to a knowledgeable orthopedic surgeon who knows the spine better than I do. But I could give you advice, but I don't know exactly what the nature of the pain would be, and it's hard to do. I can't walk. How am I supposed to exercise if I can't walk? It's brutal. It's brutal, Owen. I'm sorry. That pain is so bad. It's oh my gosh. I know exactly what you're feeling. It is so bad. Adventures with Hunter. The brokerage statement shows GME split, but doesn't have dividend associated with split. Can you screenshot what brokerage statement of dividend split should look like? All mine say dividend split. It doesn't say, all mine say forward split, don't say dividend split. So I don't have any screenshots to show you what it should look like. Maybe the one person with that Swedish brokerage might be able to show you. But as far as I know, everyone says forward split, and they're all wrong. William Morgan, August 10th. America is facing the worst food inflation since at least 1979, 13.1% increase for groceries. The Reserve is going to starve a lot of kids at home. And we got rid of the child tax credit. So we had managed to lift something like 8 million kids out of poverty for a 6-month period with that child tax credit, and then we plunge 8 million children back into poverty by not extending it. We need to take care of our citizens, man. Food's expensive, houses are expensive, cars are expensive, gas is expensive. Everything's just cost too damn much money, big dog. You are expensive. Yes, you are an expensive dog. You are too expensive. All right. All right. Let's see here. Dennis, DTCC GME shares held will be allocated during the run-up to close out synthetics as well as reduce the run values. That's my fear. So they've got those suckers hiding somewhere and they shouldn't be, basically stolen. And they're going to use that to help people get out of jail free cards, I think. JB, have you seen the open BB terminal? Yes. It's run on Python. I don't know my Python codes very well. But yeah, they do have a Twitter account and they show you how to do that stuff, like step by step, how to look things up on their open Bloomberg terminal. Whisper confirmed about Nevada. Not just water, though hopes and dreams that will never leave this place. It's got a little ring of truth to it, doesn't it? The Bo Luke Houston, you should have seen yesterday how criminal short attacks were on Bed Bath & Beyond. It was beyond ridiculous. Yeah, they're hitting it hard. I have some Bed Bath & Beyond calls. I was hoping to see if the price go back to around $13 before Friday, and I was going to sell all those, turn those into AMC calls, and ride next week. But it hasn't quite had that push that we had on Monday to get us up there yet. Oh, big dog, your hair is everywhere. Everywhere. And yeah, we got 2 more days. 2 more days for Bed Bath & Beyond to get back to $13. Sell those calls. Turn that into, I don't know how many I could get out of this thing. One second, it's like a, where'd my calculator go? Calculator. There we go. Let's see here. If it gets to where I think it would be, I could divide that sucker by there. And I could give me 125 AMC calls if it sells for as much as I think it will. I'll take that. 125 of those suckers times. I like that. Yeah, okay. All right. Yeah. So I'm going to take that $325 and I'm going to turn that into $1 million. It's going to happen. It's going to happen this month, and it's going to work, and I'm going to get it. And big dog, I'm going to give you all the head scratches if it happens. You get so many head scratches. Oh, you'll be gone by then. Oh, that's too bad. That's too bad. You'll be gone. You'll be back. You'll be back with the sister, living in a laundry room or wherever it is you live. Okay. Dink. Many brokerages don't use precise wording on their statements. They will call a split and a share dividend by the same name, normally split. They shouldn't, but they may be doing that. William Morgan, the IRS posted a job ad looking for people willing to make arrests and use deadly force when needed. It's since been deleted, but what the fuck? Well, IRS agents, oftentimes there's a group of IRS agents who are actually law enforcement officers, carry badges and guns and the whole thing, because a good chunk of the people that they arrest are like drug dealers and money launderers and mobsters. So they have a whole special unit designed to do financial crimes investigation and nail those dudes. William does flood me with news articles every day. Holy smokes, he gives me so many. Yeah. Check out William Morgan's Twitter. He posts them all on his Twitter feed. I forget what your Twitter feed is. It's like WD Morgan or something. I forget what it is. Cody, to count the shares of AMC and GME, couldn't we find out by... Don't put your head on the keyboard, you evil dog. Oh, you're trying to get the baseball. That is not... You cannot have that baseball. That's the one I use on my desk. You can have the tennis ball over here. Come here. Watch out. I'll get to your comment in a sec, Cody. Hi, monkey. Yeah, big dumb dog. If you want a ball? You want a ball? Hey, you want a ball? Yeah? Cool. You want a ball? Yeah? Take it. Take it. Take it. Take it somewhere. You can't have my baseball, though. I know it's leathery and delicious. Yeah? Oh, there it is. Okay. There you go. All right. Don't put it on my lap. Don't put it on, but just take it. Just take it and chew it. Ready? Whew. All right. What was Cody's thing? Cody, to count the shares of AMC and GME, couldn't we find out by putting all the shares we own to sell at the same price, let's say $3,000, brokers don't let you put more than that you own, so no cheating. Not a bad idea. It might result in all of them suddenly selling at once, then we don't have any more shares. Theoretically, that would probably work. But catastrophically, some people may lose their shares if that's all that's up. Yeah. Approaching son, William Morgan can't post links because he's not one of the mods, so he can't. Go to his Twitter feed. He posts links to all the news articles on his Twitter feed. Yeah, WD Morgan 2. Go there and check out his Twitter feed. He'll give you the news updates, but he backs them up on his Twitter feed from Bloomberg, New York Times, Fortune, whatever articles he's posting from. So he does. Like every morning, I look at everything he sent me. I'm like, oh, the world is coming to an end. It is the most doom and gloom. Like there's no good financial news coming out for anybody. It is all just like, oh my goodness. But yeah, so. Trey Spider, Houston, how many ape will we be getting? 200 and something. I got all my AMC shares I bought last year. I'm like 240, something like that. 200 and something. I don't know exactly. But yeah, that's how many ape I'll get. Maybe pick up some extra on Monday just to get some more, but I've not bought AMC at all since last year. Put some BlackRock? Possibly. Yeah. BlackRock wants to stop withdrawals too. BlackRock is trying to do the same thing Citadel did, where they limited their withdrawals to a certain percentage, and which is all well and good, but there is a law that if you post so many quarters in a row of losses as a hedge fund, it triggers the ability for all of your investors to pull their money out. And that triggers for a whole bunch of hedge funds come November, at the end of the third quarter, that if they're still posting huge losses, that they could be drained of all their assets under management and still have a huge ton of liabilities on hand. So we might see the implosion of so many hedge funds come November as a result of that. Plus that combines with the margin requirements for the ISDA transactions. They won't be able to do swaps anymore unless they post a bunch of margin, but they don't have the cash to post a bunch of margin, so we don't know. This fall is going to be weird. It's going to be a weird fall for sure. And maybe 1,000 GME, 1,000 GME calls, 1,000 Bed Bath & Beyond calls, and 1,000 SPY puts. And that might be the winning combo for going into the fall. Two Cup Gaming didn't get your GME shares yet. What? Jade Corn on the Cob cost me $200 US for my brokerage at stake to DRS per transfer. Oof. Yeah. DRS from Saxo costs $300. Just transfer shares to IBKR and DRS from there. Okay. Zach Trenton, Iceland is amazing if you get a chance to go. Yes. My little sister's in Iceland right now, having the time of her life with her boyfriend. And I had so much fun in Iceland. I've only been there in the fall when it's pretty cold and rainy. I've not been there in the summertime yet. And I've only been like just outside Reykjavik in that area. I've not been around the island yet. I would love to go back and poke lava with a stick and, eat more Greenland shark that's been buried in a hole, puffin, horse, whatever they're serving. And they've got crazy hot dogs. Okay. This claim was at 10 p.m. already. No, it's just a mild day finally, so I can sit in the office and do a daytime show. William Mons, you got something tropical for us to look at. Where are we going here? Shaboom. We are in a volcano. Old cinder cone. Are we in Africa? We got, that's a big crater. There's a whole bunch of pit craters here. What volcanic complex is this? Oh, it's a huge crater. Okay. Gumar. Horunga. So those places have names, but I don't see the internet cannot handle Google Earth this time around. I apologize. I don't know what this mountain's called. I have no idea, and there's no name listed. But I do see what looks like an impact crater next to that mountain. Along with flood basalts here. I'm going to turn off Google Earth and go back to just Big Houston, because apparently the internet cannot handle that. And that's the life I live. Houston can't use the internet because the internet sucks and Comcast is garbage. Comcast, I need you to be as good as this lazy boy office chair. And your lazy boy's better than you. That's just how it happens, man. It's not you guys. It's Houston. Houston is his internet is absolutely just garbage. Internet is garbage. So now there's like a 20-minute lag between when I do something and when it actually shows up. Well, I might be up for Google coordinates this show because it just can't handle the internet. Can't handle it. The internet can't do Google Earth right now. Okay. Where are we? Where are we? $1996 stream quality. Yeah, we're streaming. I don't know, Demolition Man style. Bullshit. Here's the second intro. Either you're having bad computer problems or the brownies are kicking in. What type of guitar do you play? I've got a Stratocaster. I've got a Dan Electro. I've got an Ibanez Destroyer. And then I've got a couple of classical guitars. And then I've got my bass guitar is a Vantage 710B Special. I used to have a really nice Les Paul hollow body, but it was too jazzy and clean and nice. I ended up selling it because I never played it. I like a little more thunder. Oh man, my bitrate is so terrible. Can't even give me like my internet's so bad. YouTube can't even give me analytics to how many people are logged in right now. That's how bad my internet is. What the hell, dude? Like, come on, Comcast, get your act together. I can't even upload beyond 1 megabit right now. We're in the 21st century, man. We're in the 21st century. Figure it out. Houston streaming 420p, it's higher quality. Probably if I do go to 420p, it'll probably be higher quality. Let's see if I can. Video. Use custom. Nope. Output scale. If I output mode, advanced. How do I make it go 420? It won't let me change it mid. I can't be changing it while I'm streaming. That's the problem. It's locked that for me. Cool. All right. I'm just stuck with just garbage internet being terrible. Sorry, guys. I apologize. Comcast owes me so much for just how terrible my internet is. Sub asked the boss. I always wonder what price we were called paper-handed. Yeah. I've had people tell me, like, I'm never selling, man. Like, then why are you in this? I bought my stock at $100 and it went to 15 million and I held it back down to $100 again. I'm a real diamond hand. Like, cool. Good for you. One guy told me he's holding it for his grandkids. He wants his grandkids to have some. Why? Like, if you had the potential to be worth millions or billions of dollars by selling your shares at the absolute peak, you're going to hold on to it to be a legend. Dude, I'd rather have a private island than like be known as the guy who bag held through possibly being a billionaire. I got in this specifically to sell these shares at some point, and when I get a price that I like, I'm selling them. Frosted Flake, sorry for the lackluster cord. There was an eruption there, and a friend went up there for research 2 days after it arrived, and it started again. There's a live stream of it. Oh, is that the one? Okay. All right. That's one Iceland. So there's an eruption going on at that point right now. So. Big Mac 8000, thoughts on Revlon? Looks tasty, but risky. I think Revlon's going to pop. I think Revlon's going to pop big. Okay. 1,000 GME shares, 1,000 GME calls. 1,000 Bethune calls, 1,000 SPY puts, and 1,000 Revlon calls. That's our goal now. We're gonna go for that, right? Who can just make it rain that much and make that all happen? Houston streaming via Potato Cam. Yeah, I got iPotato 3 and did upgrade to iPotato 5. I'm a couple generations behind. So now I've got excellent connection. Now that I'm not using anything, but it looks like my image might be frozen. Nope, it's working. Okay. Webcam and American Pie had better stream. Oh, technology, man. What are you doing to me, internet? Sincere 206 AITX artificial intelligence tech company. I own some of their shares. Well, they're cheap. You can pick up a whole bunch of them. They're, a penny. So they've been almost, it looks like they've been getting kind of seller box recently. Project Sun, I got 2 of those chairs. Project Sun, you are a smart person. This chair is so comfy. My lumbar is so supported right now. My butt is just floating on a cloud. The armrests are perfect width. It leans back just right. It's great. I love it. And you know what? It actually makes me have better posture most of the time. I can slouch in it pretty comfortably, but for the most part, I've got pretty good posture in this chair than the old chair where my butt just hurt constantly. Dogs. All right. William Morgan breaking yesterday in Henan province. Another real estate developer is about to collapse. China's real estate economy is imploding. China's real estate economy is imploding big time. Plus, right now, there's $300 billion in mortgages that people are refusing to pay on, have nothing. The bank's overextending, keeps on that, and then it's overextending over and over. They don't have enough holdings for how much cash has been lent out, and when folks go to the bank to get their money back, it doesn't exist. It's gone. No more. And they have overextended themselves in such a way that basically this is the lesson that we learned during the Great Depression, is you need to have better assets and holding, and then you need federal insurance on bank accounts so that if there was runs on banks, people will get their money back. China has the insurance, but refuses to pay out if there's malfeasance at the bank. But if you are a member of a bank, like you've got a savings account, you don't know if there's malfeasance or not. So a lot of these banks, the dudes took everyone's cash and they skipped town. They bought yachts and luxury apartments and everything else, and the money's not there because of their fraud. And since China said, well, there's fraud, therefore we aren't going to honor this insurance, and you don't get your money back there, customer, so the customers are screwed. But the customers don't know if the CEO of the company is defrauding everybody or not until it's too late. So the insurance is completely useless. And China just fucked over their entire citizenship with that ruling. And no one's going to get their money back. China is so screwed. So screwed. And there's a couple of other issues in that, like, the Chinese population is shrinking. Even though they got rid of the one-child policy, they aren't replenishing themselves. And so the big boon in real estate is going to dwindle as the population shrinks from 1.3 billion to 600 million over the next 40 years. There's just going to be a glut of houses everywhere. No one's going to be able to sell them for any profit. Chinese real estate market is going to take down China so hard in the coming year. And they're going to learn some of their big lessons that we've learned in the past the hard way. And we still repeat anyway. Okay. One sec. Let me steal something here. Okay. 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 All right. Get rid of those, and which one was? Okay. Bam. Need that. You can die. Need that. You can die. Alright, tell me to close all my browser windows. There's a couple I need to open because I'm actively doing work on some things, and I need those suckers to remain open, and we'll just go from there. Alright, you guys stay open. You close. You go away. You stay. You die, and you die. Okay. Alright. I don't know if that's going to work, but let's see if that helps at all, and it didn't. Okay. The internet's just garbage. Okay. I'm not going to do any more coordinates. You guys probably got some great coordinates for me. We'll try them in the next show, and perhaps the internet will be better this time around. So Drew Sol, Ricardo, I would love to go to your Hippos in Colombia thing, but the internet is so terrible right now. I think if I open Google Earth, I'm just going to set the world on fire. I'm pretty sure. Cody Bergson used to love the show. If GameStop is pulling shares from the market in a recall, is there any point retail can't sell? Just here for the squeeze and then bouncing. If GameStop asks for their shares back from the DTCC, there's going to be a recall that goes out to like everyone who's short has to close their positions. There's no covering. They can't swap. They can't do that. They must close, which means they got to buy everything. And if you don't sell during that, then your share will eventually transfer over to whatever system GameStop uses for their share at that point. Your share will transfer over with when DTCC hands them over. Your share will be among those under your name handed to GameStop. Or you can sell for probably an insane amount of money to a hedge fund that's forced to close and not have shares transfer over. So those are basically your two options. Now you just need a new modem and router in your set. Okay. It's possible Wi-Fi to stream. I have to use Wi-Fi. There's no other way. The house is too old. It's not wired. The router is down there. We did get mesh internet, which has made things so much better. When we just were relying on wireless router, trying to broadcast through a brick chimney here that's in my way of where the internet comes in, it did not work. So we have a system, and it works so much better now. Comcast, for the love of all is holy, I pay you a pile of money every month for internet that's supposed to give me like 20 megabits up, and I can get 1.5 at best. Come on, man. Quit sucking so much and do your job. Just... Brr. Dr. Spurgeon, the sturgeon surgeon, tried to buy some GME first thing in the morning and my broker app crashed. Now it's not working. So angry. Reinstall. Old like Houston, but less tech savvy. I would probably either restart the phone or uninstall, reinstall. That might be the best way to do it. Ryan Russell, Houston, can you elaborate on preferred share with voting rights? I heard about preferred share for hours. Couldn't find one instance of any other preferred share with any voting power. I think this preferred share is a pretty novel idea. I don't think anyone's done it before. It is a loophole of trickery, and I'm very curious to see how it works out. So basically, one share of APE will have 1/100th of the voting power of one share of AMC. So if you have 100 APE shares, you will have one vote to your one AMC share. Make sense? So that is how it's going to work. I've never seen it done this way. I have no idea if it will continue, if it will work. I don't know. We're gonna find out. William Morgan, Redbox is down, but chicken soup is up significantly. Interesting. Very interesting. Budford G. I can help with sciatica. Sciatica is always caused by one of two things: type piriformis muscle in your glutes or herniated disc. There you go. Try lying on your stomach and glute stretches. Budford G. I'd listen to him. He seems to know what he's talking about. Sciatica hurts so much. Yeah. Dr. Spurgeon, surgeon went to a chiro for sciatica, did not help. No, I know too many surgeons who, they'll show you the X-rays of what chiropractors have done to people's like central nervous system, and like this person almost died. They went to a chiropractor and they basically just torqued and cracked bone, and now they've like severed part of the nerve system, and like I do not trust chiropractors at all. Budford's rehabbing. Okay. Yep. Get them stretches. Even out your muscle groups. That'll probably be really great. Backyard Boogie, if you don't mind me asking, do you play weeklies or long dated? Yes. So when dealing with a volatile stock, if you know that there's going to be like gamma, like this week we knew there was going to be gamma on at least Monday, right? So on Friday I bought a bunch of weeklies, and my entire intention was to sell them either Monday or Tuesday, and I did that. And when I felt like the gamma was over, I sold those calls, bought a bunch of puts, rode those down a few dollars, sold those, and I essentially doubled my money in 2 days. Woohoo! Actually, more than doubled it, I think. And then not knowing exactly if and when what the price was going to go up and how, I bought some GME calls for the 3rd and some BBBY calls for the 16th. I'm hoping that in the next 2 days those will rise enough I can sell those, and I'll probably get weeklies for next week for AMC and GME. And I'm expecting those to go up some point during the week. And if it goes up enough that I feel like comfortable, I'm like, okay, it's going up $5-10 on those. Done. I'll sell them. Probably not do anything. Look at where the price is on Friday. And if the price on Friday is like $30 for AMC and $50 for GME, then I'm expecting gamma on Monday and Tuesday. So I might get some weeklies for next Monday and Tuesday for the 22nd, 23rd. And then I'm going to dump so many into puts after that, because they're going to hammer the price as hard as they can on everything. They're going to be like, I don't want to do this. They're going to do the only thing they know how to do, which is naked short. Try and get that price down. And I'm hoping on that cycle that I will have made a fortune by then. I may be wrong. I might miss those things entirely. And if that's the case, I might have to sell on a Monday or Tuesday, either for a loss or not as much as I hoped. But I wouldn't want to hold for the rest of the week and just miss out on everything and like do an expensive rollover or whatever. But after the 22nd, 23rd, after I get those puts and the price goes down, I'm probably going to invest in calls that are at least 6 weeks or longer out for everything that I get into, because I don't know when the next cycle will do this thing, and just kind of sit and wait with those. Hopefully what is a localized bottom before we get to like October 20th or whenever we expect the T90 on Gamestop in November, and we expect the T90 on the ape shares. So that's kind of how I'm rolling. I don't really bother with the TA. I just look at when the T35 is, when we get gamma, and when we don't, and expect that post gamma they usually try to hammer it down. But next week is the T35 for GameStop and the dividend for AMC, and I think I expect prices to go up. Okay. Julianne, walking is the best exercise for back issues if you have good shoes for it. A lot of people end up with lower back problems because the heel of their shoe starts to wear away and the toes come up higher than the heel, and that will throw your back muscles out like crazy. When I turned 30, I had crazy back problems all of a sudden. I was like, what the hell is going on? And I discovered that my heel had worn away just enough that it dropped below my toes and just threw my back out. So make sure you have a good cushion in your heel, so your heel is at least slightly above your toes, and your lower back will thank you. And then walk a ton. I mean, Monkey Butt and I, not as much this year because the big dog is kind of a problem on big walks because we encounter too many dogs and wants to murder all of them. But most years, Monkey Butt and I are doing at least once a week, 20 to 30 miles on a single day around the city. And July is usually the best time because all the plum trees are fruiting, and we just go to Seattle and walk a residential neighborhood and eat like 5,000 plums and have a great time. Yogi's a yogi. Any stretches targeting the performance should help. A massage therapist who does structural integration would be very beneficial. All right, lots of people telling you how to help your sciatic nerves here. And man, if you do ever get sciatic pain, it is unruly, man. I've never experienced anything like it. Absolutely, it's so weird to have my leg just all of a sudden not work. like walking along just doesn't work. It won't listen to my brain. It won't do it. It's so weird. It's such a weird experience. And then your ass hurts so much because mine was the inflamed glute muscle. Because what happened was I fell on my butt, shabonk, and the concrete and ice smashed into the glute, and the glute smashed into the hip bone and just pinched the sciatic nerve, and the sciatic nerve got totally inflamed, and it was brutal. Space Monkey, happy birthday, Houston. Just logged on. Sum up so I don't have to start over and miss your fuck-ups live. Dude, so many this time. The internet has been absolute garbage, and I see I'm frozen with a weird face right now, sitting in my lovely comfy chair, and it says excellent connection, but is it working? Did it reconnect? Is it working? Come on. There we go. It reconnected. Okay. That seems to be working. I don't know if anyone heard me for the last 30 minutes as everything froze. But Best Adult Dating Site showed up, so there's our old friend. Welcome back, Best Adult Dating Site. Love chat XYZ. I don't know. Maybe we'll call it a show because it's so bad right now. I'll see you guys Friday, I guess. Yeah. So that's that. I have no idea what the buffer time is on this thing. It is so bad. Okay, that's at 150. Goodness gracious. That was about. I'm watching on the stream here, and it's about 5 minutes behind. You think, Big Dog? Yeah. Okay. Well, Snoopy. That's how's the weather in Cuba? Sunny and warm? I don't know. Oh my gosh. All right. I think I'll probably end the show. The internet's so bad. I'll see you guys Friday. Hopefully it'll be better by then. Yeah. There's garbage that make us raccoons. And show. See you folks Friday. There we go. Okay. All right. So terrible. See everybody later. Have a great time. Maybe you might be able to see this. I have no idea if it's going to work, but shaboom. Okay. We'll see if that, if I manage to see that puck sucker pop up over there. I'm hitting the end. Right, Big Doug? Because now it says no data whatsoever. Outro worked? Did you guys get it? Did that work? Oh. My view screen from YouTube is like 3 minutes behind. Oh. What is going on? Thank you. All right. Everybody. Have a good one.